All right, Leo, welcome to your weekly horoscope for April 13th through the 19th. My name is Athen. So this week we've got the new moon here on Saturday in your ninth house of life path, of philosophy, spirituality, astrology, everything that expands and opens you up spiritually, mentally, or emotionally to life. And that's what the ninth house is all about. You've had Mars there, so I think a lot of you have been motivated by a lot of these ninth house activities. And now with the sun going in there and this new moon taking place there, lots of emphasis on that ninth house. Now let's go ahead and look at this week in general. We're coming into this week in the third quarter phase and then leading it into the new moon energy as we get closer to Saturday. So this is a energy of dying down. It's where things are very active, very intense, probably from last week and beyond with all this Uranus-Pluto stuff. Things are certainly coming to the more balsamic phase of reflecting on these things over the past lunar cycle and getting in touch with the deeper elements of life. But then at the same time, there's a lot of energy going into Aries. So I think what this is really signifying is that this week is very good for planning and organizing and maybe taking some steps, but be willing to adapt and change and make adjustments to specifically your guys' life path, travel, anything that's expansive that's involving that ninth house of yours. So it starts on Monday when we have Mars sextiling up to Neptune. So earlier in the week, this early part of the week, and this is the weekend leading into this week as well, Mars sextiling Neptune is an opportunity for you to follow some visions and dreams. And for you, it might be involving relationships, one-on-one connections, sales, anything that involves like service work or working with others one-on-one in any way, or commitments, things like this. So that energy here on Monday you can certainly put towards any ideals and visions that you have regarding these things, and that can very much support your life path with Mars in that ninth house. And that's still the third quarter phase, so I would say that's definitely a great time to move forward with it. I think a lot of it will have to do with the energies from this whole lunar cycle, any new ideas you got over the past 3 weeks, and overall since the full moon energy too, moving forward with that. So yeah, follow that, follow your, in this sense with the ninth house, it's your spiritual guidance in terms of your ideals and visions that you have for either relationships or something going on with that seventh house activity. Then on Tuesday we have the sun going into Aries to join up with Mars here into that ninth house. So I think for the next 30 days, lots of this transformation taking place, really, because you guys have had so much eighth house activity going on last month and the past 3 years, really, with Uranus transiting that eighth house, squaring up to Pluto, has been, you guys have been transforming on a very deep level. And now with the fast moving planets coming out of the eighth house into the ninth, they're going over the galactic center, which is transformation. It is new beginnings. It is open horizons. It's a time for you to discover more about where you're headed, your life path, and just your overall adventure, tapping into the adventurous side of life for the next 30 days. So lots of passion to be had there. And it's a shift. It's a shifting energy here, so it takes a little bit of time. Tuesday and Wednesday, we got Venus opposing up to Saturn. So there is this balancing act involving, perhaps you guys have been enjoying your career and work lately, or making a lot of friends and making connections through your work. You've had Venus in your 10th house. But then you've also had Saturn in your 4th, which is making sure you guys are very grounded and mature and taking the responsible taking the responsible approach to things around the home or with family. So a balancing act here Tuesday and Wednesday. Make sure that if you're feeling one of these areas, work, we'll just call it the domestic side of life with the work, or the work. If you feel either work or domestic life is out of balance, then just bring the scales back to balance, because that can sometimes be the case. But if you can find a way to merge those two areas together, home, family, with your work and career, then you'll be getting the most out of this for sure. Thursday through Sunday, we have Mars squaring up to Jupiter, which is a very expansive energy, actually. And so I think there's going to be a lot of optimism about what we can do and what we can achieve this week. And that's a fantastic thing. But with the square energy, and especially because we're coming up to this new moon, like I was saying, just keep it nice and grounded. I think you guys have a lot of optimism about the life path, and also about your spirituality and tranquility and rest and the simple pleasures of life. Jupiter's been transiting your 12th house since the middle part of last year, but he's been retrograde. So perhaps you guys have been learning a lot about the deeper elements of life, spirituality, tranquility, the importance of rest, and all of this. So now with Jupiter gone station direct last week, now he's gaining his forward momentum in your 12th. So you're going to continue to see over the next few months lots of opportunities regarding spiritual matters. Maybe it's spiritual circles, maybe it's spiritual philosophies, maybe it's really getting involved with I don't know, like meditation, stuff like this, whatever it is for you. So whatever's been that transition, this will certainly be a continuation of that, and I think you'll be feeling very positive about these things, maybe relating to spirituality in the sense of wisdom, teachings, ninth house related things you see. So the 12th and the ninth house are essentially where you have the inner state, the inner meditation, the inner peace, and then finding a way to link that up with the wisdom, the philosophy, the more outward elements of the spiritual side of life. So if you can find a way to do that, then that would be fantastic. But I really want to stress the importance of moderation, keeping things nice and slow, because on Saturday we do have that new moon in the ninth house, which means it's not really a time of action just yet. We're thinking about things, we're reflecting on things, there's new ideas coming to us, and things can change. So as long as you're adaptable to the whole situation, then it's all good. But these are new beginnings involving your life path, involving your adventurous side of life, and anything that opens you up. So very nice energy there. Reflect around Saturday, and I think that'll be the best way to utilize this energy leading into next week. Now on Sunday, we have a lot of aspects. We have Venus squaring up to Neptune, Mercury sextiling Neptune, and Venus trining the North Node. So in a nutshell, this is Saturday and Sunday pretty much. Make sure that you are seeing things very clearly, because I think there can be a strong idealized sense. And so that's fantastic. Ideals are great, visions are great, as long as everything's nice and grounded. This might have to do with the work and career, because Venus has been transiting that 10th house. So I think if you just keep things nice and grounded with that, then you can have those visions and maybe take some constructive effort and actions to maybe cultivate relationships at work and things like this. But it will take that effort and action to do so in that real sense. Now, Mercury sextiling Neptune means you are supported here, and there's opportunities for you to apply it. And this is an application of more of the expansive philosophical stuff, and moving forward with a lot of, again, the adventurous side of life, philosophy, expansion. So finding, I think, a way to link that up, like I was talking about before, will certainly be good for you on that weekend. And then Venus trining up to the North Node means you are supported here when moving towards this whole life path energy of this year, which is about cultivating your self-reliance and your abundance and your finances. This is what the North Node in the second house has been showing you this whole year, is that there's a gateway, there's an opening, and now it really is the time this whole year to make sure that you do have your nest egg, your financial situation taken care of, and everything is good on that self-reliant side of life. And also listening to your values, enjoying the simple life, the simple pleasures. All of this stuff is supported for you. All right, Leo, have a great week. Let me know if you have any questions. Please get in touch if you'd like a personal reading, and I'll talk to you next time. Take care.